For nearly 3 decades, the case of Erik and Lyle Menendez has been one of the most talked about legal stories in the United States. Still, don't you know about this story? You have missed one of the interesting legal stories in the country. These two brothers were convicted of killing their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, in their Beverly Hills mansion in 1989. Their trial shocked the nation and continues to push debates about justice, abuse, and punishment. California Governor Gavin Newsom recently announced a decision regarding the brothers' clemency requests. Instead of granting or denying clemency immediately, Newsom has decided to wait until Los Angeles County's newly elected district attorney, Nathan Hochman, completes a full case review. This new decision has sparked attention as many wonder what the future holds for the Menendez brothers. What is this Menendez brothers' tragic family story? In August 1989, Erik and Lyle Menendez killed their parents in their Beverly Hills home. Their father, Jose Menendez, was a wealthy entertainment executive, and their mother, Kitty, was a homemaker. According to court records, Jose was watching television, and Kitty was eating ice cream beside him when the brothers entered the room with shotguns. They fired multiple times, killing both parents. After the murders, Erik and Lyle initially acted like very innocent sons, even going on expensive shopping sprees with their inheritance. But soon, investigators grew suspicious. When the brothers were arrested, they admitted to the killings, but claimed they acted in self-defense. They said they had suffered years of sexual abuse at the hands of their father and believed he was going to kill them to silence them. However, prosecutors argued the murders were premeditated and driven by greed, as the brothers stood to inherit millions of dollars. What happened to the trials and sentences? The Menendez brothers' first trial in the early 1990s ended in a mistrial. Jurors couldn't agree on whether the killings were self-defense or murder for financial gain. In their second trial in 1996, the jury convicted both brothers of first-degree murder. The judge sentenced them to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Since then, the Menendez brothers have spent more than 3 decades behind bars. While they were in jail, the story became so popular in media. Books were coming up, documentaries, and even a television miniseries. But in recent years, the case has taken on a new life as public attitudes toward abuse and trauma have evolved. What was the renewed push for clemency? Over the past few years, advocates for the Menendez brothers have been calling for their release or a new trial. They argue that if the case were tried today, when there is more awareness of the effects of abuse, the brothers might not have been convicted of first-degree murder. Supporters point to new evidence that they believe backs up the brothers' claims of abuse. For example, a letter from Erik to a family friend, written before the murders, allegedly describes the abuse. Additionally, Roy Rosello, a former member of the boy band Menudo, has come forward to say that Jose Menendez abused him when he was a child. In May 2023, the Menendez brothers' attorney filed a petition asking the court to reconsider their case. The petition argues that the brothers' actions were not premeditated murder, but a desperate act born out of years of trauma and fear. What was this latest Governor Newsom's announcement? As the debate over the Menendez brothers' fate continues, Governor Gavin Newsom announced his decision regarding their clemency requests. Rather than taking immediate action, Newsom said he would wait for Nathan Hochman, the newly elected Los Angeles County District Attorney, to review the case. Outgoing DA George Gascon, who lost his re-election bid earlier this month, had recommended resentencing the brothers to 50 years to life. This would have made them eligible for parole. However, Newsom decided to respect the voters' choice to elect Hochman and allow him to handle the case. The governor respects the role of the district attorney in ensuring justice is served, Newsom's office said in a statement. The governor will defer to the DA-elect's review and analysis of the Menendez case before making any clemency decisions. What Nathan Hochman plans to do. Nathan Hochman will take office as Los Angeles County's district attorney on December 3rd, just days before the Menendez brothers' resentencing hearing, which is scheduled for December 11th. Hochman has said he will thoroughly examine the case before making any decisions. He will review confidential prison records, trial transcripts, and evidence from both trials. He also plans to speak with prosecutors, defense attorneys, and family members of the victims. This is the same type of rigorous analysis I have done throughout my 34-year career in criminal justice, Hochman said. Only after I am thoroughly familiar with all aspects of the case can I make a decision. If Hochman needs more time, he has said he will ask the court for an extension. The Menendez brothers' case has divided their family. Some relatives, including Kitty's sister, Joan Anderson Vandermolen, support the brothers' release. They believe Erik and Lyle have paid their debt to society and deserve a second chance. Others, like Kitty's brother Milton Anderson, strongly oppose clemency. He does not believe the allegations of abuse and sees the murders as a cold-blooded act of greed. This split has made things more complicated, a larger debate over the case. Were Erik and Lyle victims of a tragic family dynamic, or were they calculating killers? Do you have any guesses for what will be the possible outcomes? The future of the Menendez brothers is uncertain, with several possible paths forward. 1. Resentencing. If Hochman decides to move forward with Gascon's recommendation, the brothers could be resentenced to 50 years to life, making them eligible for parole. 2. Withdrawing the request. Hochman could also choose to withdraw the resentencing request, leaving their original life sentences without parole in place. 3. Clemency or pardon. Governor Newsom could step in and grant clemency or a pardon, either now or after Hochman's review. 4. Habeas corpus petition. The brothers' legal team has filed a habeas corpus petition, arguing that new evidence supports their claims of abuse. If successful, this could lead to a new trial or their release. What's at stake? The Menendez brothers' case has raised big questions about justice, trauma, and how the legal system handles claims of abuse. If the brothers are granted clemency or a new trial, it could set a precedent for other cases involving abuse survivors who commit violent acts. It would also signal a shift in how society views the long-term effects of trauma. On the other hand, keeping the brothers in prison could reinforce the idea that financial motives, not abuse, drove their actions. For Erik and Lyle Menendez, the stakes couldn't be higher. They have spent more than half their lives in prison, and this may be their last chance at freedom. As the Menendez brothers await their resentencing hearing, all eyes are on Nathan Hochman and Gavin Newsom. Hochman's review could take weeks or even months, but his decision will play a key role in determining the brothers' fate. Governor Newsom's choice to wait for Hochman's input shows his approach is cautious on this highly sensitive case. By respecting the will of the voters and allowing Hochman to conduct a thorough review, Newsom is emphasizing the importance of fairness and due process. For now, the two brothers remain behind bars, but their story is far from over. Whether they are granted clemency, resentenced, or continue serving life without parole, their case will remain a powerful example of how complex the justice system can be. The Menendez brothers' case is more than just a story of crime and punishment. It clearly shows us how society acts on issues of abuse, trauma, and justice, and how those issues can shape the lives of everyone involved.